Yugoslavia. Back to Ridley. Rote breaking for the net. Centering pass. There's Mohamed Atay. It's only 5-5 and it sails over his head. O'Neill drives it up along the near side to Miner. Miner cuts to the inside. Tries to play upfield for Startzel. It's blocked by Renshaw and rolls to Bloomfield, number 17. Simitic, number 10.
Gene, let's hope the Adams score because I don't want to see him play 30 minutes overtime. This heat down below is unbelievable, and the players are really working hard.
Bloomfield for the net. Rigby out. Great save as he had Rote in there.
This is a new skill that Bob Rigby has acquired, and watch him on the replay again, having the ability to play on the 18.
Back to live action. 28 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in regulation play. Bloomfield got a man with him. Wrigley open on the near wing. Great play by Trevis as Bloomfield throws to shoot, and we've got an Adams injured here at midfield. With the ball is Dunleavy, and it is Roy Evans who really seems to be shaking up in the legs and giving himself his massage to shake him out of it. And he's hurt too badly. We've got another player down, and this is a Tornado player near the 18-yard line. The play continues. Midic back passes, but right to Startzel, and Startzel kicks it out. And the purpose there, of course, is to get a stoppage of play as we have two players shaken up. Roy Evans for the Philadelphia Adams, and we'll have to pick up the number of the Tornado to the right of your screen. And with 28 minutes remaining in the regulation second half, there is no score, and we'll return to play in 30 seconds. Back here at Texas Stadium, 28 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. We had Ridley injured. He's just getting up. Or make that Roy Bloomfield, number 17. And for the Adams, it was Roy Evans. And we're going to pick up Derek Travis, and Derek would like to say for the Philadelphia Adams a thank you to you great soccer fans of Philadelphia. And we'll get to that in just a minute. As play continues, will not break from the action. Ridley set for the toss into Mohamed Atay. Can't control. Starts to lift it upfield, and it's cleared away by O'Neill. Bloomfield has it. Turner now back to Bloomfield. Left foot's it trying to get through to Atay. Blocked off by Startzel. Play maybe just slowing down a touch is conditioning a factor, but obviously the players under this heat and with the tension they feel, Waller, have to start slowing down a little bit at this point.
Humanly, it's impossible to play 90 minutes at the same pace in this kind of heat, so we have to expect some physical fitness showing here. But still, you can see both teams are well fit. They believe in fitness, their coaches do, and it's a great credit to both coaches and these two teams playing a great game in this kind of heat.
There's Renshaw. Far side, Ilya Midic. Up the slot to Mohamed Atay, playing to Rote. And Dunleavy goes high up over Rote, breaks up the play. There's Moffat to Atay. He'll get a drive on the net. Blocked by Trevis. Atay was looking for a hand. He was looking for it again. That's why he raised his arms, claiming Derek Trevis touched that one with his arms, but no whistle. Here's O'Neill. And now let's hear Derek Trevis, the captain of the Adams.
I'd just like to thank everybody, especially these supporters of ours, on behalf of the players and staff of the Adams. And the staff, by that I mean from Tom McCluskey right the way through to the office staff. They have been tremendous throughout the year. The support has been superb. I wish that we could get amongst them and say thank you personally, but from the players, thanks very, very much indeed.
Derek Travis saying thanks to Philadelphia for their experience here in the North American Soccer League and your support of this club throughout a brilliant season.
Gene, we just had a great play here. Barry Bardo pushing the ball to Roy Evans, and Roy making a great move on Mike Renshaw and being tripped. So we got a direct kick here by the Philadelphia Adams from about 20 yards out.
Waller, people might wonder why the defensemen are coming out so far, why they don't pack the goal a little more.
Gene, this is to cut off the angle and also give some support to the keeper, setting up a wall to prevent a score.
Good shot there, so they left it into the goal. Going up for the head kick, he scores!
Gene, there's unscored goal by Johnny Best. Mistake, he wanted to clear, and he put it in the upper corner. And this often happens in the championship game.
There it is, the break that they've been waiting for. And the Adams lead it 1-0 with 25 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. You saw it as the direct free was cleared in by Evans from this side and shot in accidentally into the net by John Best. And 1-0. And now Dallas can no longer play defensively. And this is going to be a wing-ding last 25 minutes. They must now score 2 goals tonight to win it. The Adams have theirs, and let's see how well the best defensive team in the North American Soccer League can protect that lead.
Gene, in 1968, a similar situation occurred in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Wanderers were playing against the Washington Whips, and the defender in overtime did the same kind of a play. So it's expected. It does happen in professional soccer. Unfortunately for Johnny Best, but certainly a great thing for the Adams because they've applied a lot of pressure in the last 10 minutes.
I would gather my soccer rules, since Evans was the last to touch it, that he'll get credit for that goal. There's Blumfield trying to play back to O'Neill, broken off, but cleared away from Travis, and Smith pressured along the near side by Ilya Midic, kicks it off the touchline to Mohamed Atay, cleared away by Bob Smith upfield.
And this again proves a point, Gene. Miller adjusting his team, saying, yes, let's go back to Roy Evans, let's play to that left side, and this is how the score came about. First he penetrated, got tripped, took the direct kick, and then Johnny Best unfortunately stuck it against his own team.
Carl Miner called for a shove, and we'll have a direct free.
The only thing now, Gene, let's hope that the Adams do not fall back and play defense, because this also could be dangerous. They must come out and still play the same way they did the first 60 minutes.
Yeah, that's funny in all sports, whether it's hockey or basketball. When you get the lead, you can't sit back. You've got to play your normal game, because as soon as you disrupt that, you change the flow that has given you that lead.
Psychologically, it upsets the entire team. The goalkeeper does not know he's screened because of too many defenders, so it's a dangerous situation. So hopefully the Adams are wise enough to play it at the same style as they did the first 65 minutes.
We haven't received official notification here, but I would assume Roy Evans would get that goal since he was the last Adam to touch, or Walter, perhaps it would be awarded to the closest Adam to John Best, who deflected it into his own net.
This is a touchy situation. We really don't know because actually if it's a deflection off a defender, yes, he gets the credit. However, here, Johnny Best clearly stuck in the net.
Watch it! And Rigby got his foot in it. And then as Ridley tried to play it, it was blocked off again by the Adams.
And we have a substitution here, Gene. Manny Shellshide is in the game replacing Charlie Ducilli. And a very smart move by Coach Miller because Manny has the ability to hold the ball and slow down the pace.
All right, watch Startzel. Playing through there. Straub, he's in! He shoots! Oh! And Cooper was off balance and managed to block the play.
A great play by Stanley Startzel, pushing the ball through, and if a little more power by Billy Straub, who had a second score, and that is with an up 2-0.
Of course, the scoring opportunities can come more now to the Adams as Dallas has to gamble and open it up, and that leaves the opportunities free. Travis playing back to Bob Rigby. 23 minutes remaining in regulation play. Adams 1. Tornado, no score.
Gene, that goal has brought Adams back to life. They are now playing with a lot of confidence and moving into space to receive the ball, and certainly that goal always inspires players. So a great thing here, and let's hope that the Adams continue to play this way.
That ball is not saved by Roy Evans along the near touchline, so it will be Mike Renshaw wearing number 11. Two-hand overhead toss. Back there to Bobby Moffett, lifting it deep down into the goal area. Bob Smith goes way up to clear it back to midfield to Evans. Evans to the far wing, battling for it and taking it away beautifully is Carl Miner. Turner is on his back, but Miner shoves back to Startzel, just inside midfield along the far wing. There's O'Neill. O'Neill looks, he's got Straub in the middle. But Moffett cuts across the headed, back to Miner. Loops it in on the net. Hoover shot, the puck is loose. Not the puck, but the ball as the little hockey came in there.
Come on, Gene, stay in the game. This is soccer, not hockey.
Well, I only said it once in the Montreal game. Watch it now. That's Dukes. Medic playing through. Medic trying to get inside. Strained off beautifully, and it rolls over the end line.
Now we get a trip here. Midic trip Barry Bardo, and the Adams get the ball.
The score, Adams 1, Tornado no score, and will return to action in just 30 seconds. I said clock 160. I want to do that. Enjoying the game? How's the game going? Oh, God. These are the guys younger than that. Back at Texas Stadium, we have 21 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in regulation play. Adams won on a deflection goal, unofficially credited to Roy Evans here in the second half. 21 minutes away from the end of the game, 1-0. Don't forget the Adams will return their party tomorrow. American flight 448 at gate B11, Philadelphia International Airport at 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, Sunday. What a great welcome home, regardless of the outcome of this game, to have fandom there. So take Sunday afternoon off, go out for a picnic, and then be at International Airport. Gate B11, American Airlines flight 448. Welcome this marvelous club home.
Gene, this team deserves it. They've played fantastically the entire year. They've attracted over 20,000 people to some games in Philadelphia, and they are a credit to this league. And the irony of the whole thing, they just started. This is their first year, and just think, possibly a national championship.
We might add, Waller, just to paraphrase, 2 letters, international championship. As a sideline play, a touchline, and since we're involved in North America, we can have 2 countries, Waller.
Gene, I think you're still back with hockey. Let's get together. We're playing soccer in Dallas Stadium.
Yeah, but they're going to win a 2-nation league. There's a play in on Cooper. And he makes the save and quickly upfield. And Walter, much to their credit, the Adams are not sitting back in a cocoon. They're taking the play, playing their steady game. I'm sure that's what Al Miller is letting them know somewhere, to stay at your regular game.
They have to, and they're doing so, and it's a fine job at this time.
Here's Rhodes controlling the ball, playing to an open wing, no one there, and it's cleared out by Dunleavy. I would kind of think at this point, Waller, that Rhodes must be frustrated a bit because Dunleavy's just played him magnificently this evening.
Rhodes is a typical player that Chris is exposed to in England, and certainly he has mastered him the entire evening, and if he's able to do it for another 19 minutes, then the Philadelphia Adams are the new national champions in the NASL.
All right, the toss in, that's Ilya Mitic, marked by Barry Bardo. Playing back as he has nowhere to go along the near side. Lifted off to Bobby Moffett. Trapped. Challenged in there by Evans. Plays to the open wing. That's Mohamed Atay. He's going to try to break through. Bob Smith on him. Blocked. Make that Dunleavy, I believe.
No, it's Georgie O'Neill. Again, he's such a player all over the field that sometimes you confuse yourself because he plays defense, attack, and even tries to score.
Watch it. That's Startzel. And as Bloomfield tried to set up the shot, Startzel, and a wise play, instead of fooling with it in that position, just got rid of it.
This is not a bad idea. Clear the ball, reorganize your defense, and see what's happening, calm the pace, and come out of it.
We have 18 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in regulation play, 1-0 Adams. There's a shot off a deflection by Ridley, and a dangerous shot perhaps, but he didn't have much angle on the net.
Very poor angle, and certainly hit it poorly also over the top.
We are now with the score 1-0 Adams, 18 minutes left. We're going to pause for just 10 seconds. Back to live action. Minor is called for holding, and it will be a direct free played by Hall, upfield, number 5, with 17:40 remaining in the second half regulation play. Adams on a deflected goal off the tornado, credited unofficially to Roy Evans, lead at 1-0. Ridley was in close, but sure-footed Derek Travis just cleared it out to midfield. And
Gene, it's just remarkable how this team has adjusted in 1 week. Billy Straub and Charlie DeCilli replacing 2 great getters from England, Proven and Fried, and they did a fantastic job. And their attack is just as smooth and rhythmic as it has been the last 16 games.
Well, DeCilli was right when he had him on earlier on that little interview. He said it's the team. They play as a unit, and I will be part of that unit. Watch it now. Trouble. There's a shot deflected in front. They try to kick it back. A shot blocked again. Atay winding up, and it's deflected off to the near side. Trying to keep it in, since it will be a tornado play in. If it goes off the touchline, is Evans, and he does, and then rolls it back to Bob Rigby.
Gee, now we have this mistake. We have the Adams coming back and falling back to their 18-yard area. Very dangerous. They got to come out and play at midfield and attack. Put pressure on them because the best defense is an attack.
Because when you bunch up like that, you don't seem to have anybody to play the ball to.
Not only play the ball, but Bob Rigby screen, and then he has problems trying to win balls or collect balls when the shots are taken at him.
And as you saw there, you get several deflections, and you don't know which way the ball's going. You want some open view in there. Travis Beats Rote to the ball. Off to Manfred Schellscheit. The only substitution in the game for the Adams. Picked off on the far side by John Best. Bardo with a great head. Up to Schellscheit.
Manny's a very fine tactician in the middle of the field. He has the calmness and the experience to hold the ball, delay things, look around, and then able to send the ball through. And not only that, but he also still has a dry shirt.
There's Straub in on the net, blocked off by Hall and played upfield, but Bardo chest trap again. And you youngsters are watching. If you want to know how to chest trap, just watch Barry Bardo. Through to Straub. He was inside but had his back to the play or the net. Now they play into Hall, and Hall just slides to Cooper as the clock shows 15:40 remaining in the second half. Adams won, and Tornado no score, and we'll just pause for 30 seconds. Play is on here at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. 1-0 Adams, 14:55 remaining in regulation play. O'Neill taken off by Hall, number 5. Feeds on the far side to Turner. Hall goes down and twisted his knee, it appears. He's in pain. That's Barry Bardo, number 2.
Gene, this is a time where with 10 minutes remaining, no, 14 minutes remaining, you'll find a lot of players getting cramps because of perspiring so often, losing a lot of salt in their body. And so we see like Hall now is, I believe he has cramps in his calf, and we had over there Roy Evans just a few minutes ago, a similar situation.
We have a timeout again. I think, Walter, a beautifully officiated game, and we'd like to give credit to the linesman Howard Neal from St. Louis, Bill Wirtz from Milwaukee, and a great job by Toronto-based referee who's out there now, and you see him in that pile at center field, is Bill Gallagher. Super job.
Bill Gallagher and I, we used to play against each other in Toronto, and then just before the game, he somewhat recognized me. He said, "Oh, you must have been the guy I was kicking all the time." And he sure did when he played.
In that situation over there, there is some Gatorade, if I can mention that, by Bobby Moffett, in a great way, as Walter said, to try to restore salt and energy to the body that's just drained out in the perspiration of the play here at Texas Stadium. 105 throughout the day. We're getting a cool breeze on the second level here in our booth at our backs, but on the field, which is below ground level, it's terribly warm, and the tartan turf, of course, absorbs more heat. Play is on. Evans looping it in. There's Schellscheit. Ball beats him to it. Clears off to the far side and in control of Turner.
The difference here in this game, if we would just say a total look, has been at midfield. Georgie O'Neill and Barry Bardo dominating the midfield completely, and the weakness of Tornado is that both midfielders, Bloomfield and Roy Turner, are basically defensive midfielders. They don't like to build attacks, or they don't have that ability. So here we find Georgie O'Neill doing extra work by building attacks, and this is why we find that Adams have many more shots at goal and had greater chances to score.
I think we have an offside against Billy Straub, and we're going to have a play-in by the Tornadoes. You notice they're walking upfield now, Walter. Either they're trying to conserve what energy they have remaining, or both clubs are starting to reach that point of exhaustion.
Gene, it's just beyond me that they have been able to go at such a rate to this time. It just shows again that both teams are so physically prepared. They're able to go in any kind of a situation.
Well, it's been a championship game, and meriting every letter of the word championship, Walter. Teams have played beautifully.
This is now where the home advantage comes into play. The fans are starting to get the players' sake, trying to create a score, and this could be problems.
There was a shot that hit the post. A shot, another one. Great save by Bob Rigby as the shot from the far side by Ilya Mitic hit the post, and let's watch that one again.
Bob Rigby just proved himself that he's the best goalkeeper in the league. Ladies and gentlemen, he was down on the ground on the shot that hit the post, up on his feet, and a shot came back again and able to collect it. It's just a fantastic save.
And I said they were walking upfield and perhaps fatigued now. This is where calling upon that extra reserve with 12 minutes remaining regulation play, and the Adams leading 1-0.
This is where the players operate without oxygen, and they just go in their mental ability to play and psychologically hanging in there. And Tornado, of course, trying to tie it up, and it's Adams trying to prevent the score.
Pressure now as the fans start rising on the far side, looped in, and they're going to let it go over the end line. But I think the reason here, of course, is the little bit of blow that you get while you slowly set that ball up, Walter.
You got to find all kinds of ways now to collect some air.
And with the score, Adams 1, Tornado nothing. 11 minutes remaining in the game. We'll pause for this. You were lucky there, Walter. Because the shot had him beaten. Back live at Texas Stadium. 11 minutes remaining. 1-0 Adams. Dunleavy playing back to Derek Trevis. He lets it roll clear into the 18-yard area where that goalkeeper can pick up the ball and make the play.
Gene, the Adams now are playing with a lot of composure. This shows a sign of great coaching. These players are now calm. They're holding the ball. They're playing and not giving up the ball. And certainly if they hold the ball, then the other team cannot score. And this is a great strategy by the coach, and you got to give a lot of credit again to Al Miller.
Of course, elbow, but this is very much like running the ground plays and trying to run out the clock on your downs, or just dumping the puck in, or freezing the ball in basketball.
Very true, but certainly much more difficult to do it in soccer because it's so much more demanding doing it with the feet.
And as Waller said, the home crowd here giving their club a little bit of the adrenaline, and of course the adrenaline that comes with desperation, knowing you must score.
Yeah, this is what we call reserve adrenaline, and you find it someplace it's not around, but immaculately comes into your system, that extra drive to tie it up.
Direct free. Here's a Tay. He fakes. Now it's Bloomfield, and it's blocked in the midsection by O'Neill. Cleared into the goal area. Knocked out away from Ilya Mitic. Startful racing for it. He's knocked down and falls on the ball, and Bill Gallagher made no call.
Yes,
and
he did. Yes, he did.
I was looking for a push against Mitic from behind, and it was made.
Yeah, it was a very bad play by Mitic. He should have never done that. Of course, now he's looking to, he's a bit older and a bit tired, and now he's looking for extra ways to stop players. And that was a real direct hit on Stanley Starcher, but he took it well.
9:35 remaining in regulation play in the second half. 1-0 Adams. Over on the far side, that's Hall, and 17, Billy Straub. Throw in by Tornado. There's Renshaw going against Startzel. Picked up by Bardo. Gets it to Ridley. Ridley playing through, but too far for Renshaw, and there's Derek Trevis just lifting it beautifully.
Amazing. The man has so much composure, the experience of his football in England. Here he's just a master in the defense now. You might call him a policeman, call him a sweeper, but he does everything so well in that defense.
There's a man in, Straub, and it looked dangerous, but not, as the
offside here.
Tornado defense was upfield, and that was the offside again. When the ball is behind you, you must have two men between you and the goaltender, two defenders, and in that case, Straub is by himself in the violation. 8:50 remaining, and we'll keep you very close to the clock, which is unofficial, and we may have some running time after the 000s appear on the scoreboard to our right.
And now, Gene, you can see the Adams are marking very tight. They're breathing in the opponent's back. They're marking so tight, not allowing any freedom for these players to turn and take shots at goal, and this is the way to do it.
All right, we've got a substitution. Luis Jurasi is coming into the game for the first time. He's a Brazilian benefit who played for Sao Paulo. He played in Mexico in '63, an 18-year soccer pro. He lives in Dallas year-round after coming to Texas as a member of the now-defunct Houston Stars. Jurasi, or Jurasi, if you will.
Jurasi's a very dangerous player. He's a very keen player, has played in Brazil, has a lot of experience, so they have to watch him extra carefully because he has the ability to play in the 18, where it's very difficult.
Well, Travis let it roll off the end line and does. Boy, what a tower of strength back there.
But I can't get over these fans. They back this team, Tornado team, to no end. They're still cheering and backing them, hoping that they can equalize this game.
We've got 8:16 remaining, and again, very slowly putting that ball into play. No hurry at all. Clock is with the Adams, and I would think right now that cliche, the clock runs very slow for the Adams, and it seems to run off like mercury as far as the Tornadoes are concerned.
There you go, Gene, with that hockey stuff.
All right. There is Renshaw. Bardo staying with him, right on his shoulder. Not letting him operating room. Staying right with him. And finally, Bardo rips it off that touchline, and we're going to have a quick throw in by Gerasi.
Gene, it's unbelievable. If we were to single out any player on the Adams, and you got to say that all 11 have been outstanding, but Georgie O'Neill and Barry Bardo, the work rate they have done this evening is just fantastic.
Watch it now. Big play. Blocked off. Almost armed by
Manny Shellside.
Almost in there. He tried to protect it. You see, very, very close, and that would have been a penalty shot.
If he would have moved his arm away from his body, then no question penalty shot. But since the ball played his hand, then there's no danger, and it's a legal play.
Lifting in past Travis, and he plays it off to the open wing. Racing for it is Moffitt. Bardo going in there, and it goes off the touchline and will be quickly tossed in by Moffitt to waste no time to Gerasi. Playing it off to the open wing on the far side. Racing for it is Kyle Rote. Dunleavy right on his back. Rote deflects it, and it will be a toss in by the Tornado to Renshaw. 6:45 remaining in regulation play. Right into the goal area. Smith heads it away. Gerasi to Startzel. We're going to have a violation. And
handball here by Gerasi. And this is a great situation for Philadelphia to come out of their defense.
Adams 1, Tornado nothing. 6.5 minutes remaining in regulation play, and we'll pause for this. This is where I get nervous. I hate this. We'll not go on the field, I assume, huh? We got 6 minutes. We'll be very close to 11. They're really tired. Back at Texas Stadium, less than 6 minutes remaining in regulation play. Adams lead it 1-0 on a deflected goal off the foot of Roy Evans unofficially. Ball at midfield. That's Bobby Moffitt playing up the middle, challenged by Straub. Now gives off to Uris. And
Gene, this is it. Billy Straub just racing 40 yards from his attack to challenge that player, and this is why the Adams have been so successful. Here's a player with minutes to go, dead tired, but still putting in that effort.
There's O'Neill. O'Neill gets inside his man, but we're going to have a corner kick.
No, Gene, I think it's a trip. It's a trip by Ron Hall, and Georgie O'Neill is going to take a direct free kick. And again, a good situation for the Adams maybe to get a second score.
All right, 2 Evans.